Hello everyone, our team is going to discover Chipotle's reputation and consumers' perception of the brand after the food safety issue occurred. Here, here is our agenda. Here is our executive summary. Our objective of the survey is to determine Chipotle's target audience demographics and consumption preference, and also determine the impact of health safety issue and the impact of their advertising. We conducted secondary research, and we will make recommendations based on the analysis. Chipotle's same-store and overall revenue had been on a decline since the E. coli outbreak. This was the biggest problem our team wanted to address. We also wanted to know if the strategy of closing the restaurants to educate the staff worked for the company or not. Another issue was that only 2.5 million people redeemed the free burrito offer, while 5.3 million people downloaded the mobile coupon. We wanted to know the reason why people are not claiming the free burrito offer. Our research purpose is to address the declining sales after the health scandals damaged their brand perception and Chipotle's inability to recover from it. Our research objective is to identify attitudes and behaviors in the target market that can clue us into what actions Chipotle can take to recover. For our qualitative research, we first conducted secondary research using news articles, past survey data from Siemens Review. The data told us that Chipotle consumers are mostly full-time students and in the 21 to 49 age group. Our research also showed that following the health scandals, Chipotle's stock price and revenue dramatically dropped and has not recovered since. From our secondary data, we developed a set of questions and a preemptive target audience to use in our next step. We then interviewed 4 individuals who had consumed Chipotle food in the past year, as well as a former Chipotle manager who served as our expert. We asked them open-ended questions about their purchasing decisions and experience. The consumer respondents were between the age of 25 to 35, working professionals or students. 3 of them were male and 1 was female. The most notable response from the consumer interviews were the freshness, taste, price, and portion size were reasons they chose to eat at Chipotle. They consider Chipotle to be a healthier choice than other fast food restaurants, and while they find the scandals concerning, they continue to eat at Chipotle. The expert interview revealed that the typical demographics of Chipotle consumers are students and working professionals with limited time to eat. The main competitors are Panera. She also observed that while consumers hoped ingredients are fresh, it was not something they went out of their way to inform themselves about. Continuing off our secondary research findings and past survey data from Siemens Review, we were able to determine that Chipotle consumers were likely to be either employed or full-time students and belonging to the 21 to 49 age group. In line with these findings, we primarily aim to survey people in this category. As our group members are in this category as well, we have established networks that we leverage to get survey completion, asking friends, coworkers, colleagues, and fellow students. In order to reach a greater audience, we also asked some professors to share with the students they taught, both undergraduate and graduate. From our full sample analysis of the target audience, we found that the majority of our respondents have visited Chipotle 1 to 2 times in the past 6 months. Their age are from 25 to 34. Most of them have a postgraduate degree in progress or completed, and 44.7% of them are working full-time. Based on the answers of visit frequencies, we segmented the target audience into two groups, light users and heavy users. This segmentation will give us the most balanced sample size for each group to do further analysis. We use these segmented variables to run chi-square tests and independence t-tests against other variables. We try to find out if there are correlations between these two groups and other related variables, such as demographic variables, in order to better understand people's preference and their perception of Chipotle. The results for the attitude statements regarding the effects that health scandal had on attitude and behavior towards Chipotle show that consumers experience a change in their perception of the brand, mean of 4.6. When asked whether or not consumers believe Chipotle has successfully dealt with the issue and if they, as consumers, now continue to visit Chipotle as frequent as they used to, the results of these two statements were positive with a mean of 4.75 and 4.17 respectively. What this tells management is that yes, the health scandal did have a negative on consumers' perception of Chipotle, but that consumers are more willing to believe that Chipotle has recovered. Using the same segmentation, we ran an independent samples t-test to determine if attitude statements differ among light users and heavy users. There were three statistically significant results. Number one, heavy users are more likely to believe Chipotle has dealt with the issues successfully. Number two, heavy users are more likely to continue to frequently eat at Chipotle. Number three, heavy users are more likely to state that their eating habits have not changed despite the scandals. We asked our survey respondents the impact of these factors, especially trying to target why consumers ate at Chipotle in order to better target any messaging and understand our consumers better. Our more frequent users identified that price, healthy ingredients, and taste were primary drivers of their decision to dine at Chipotle. The value proposition Chipotle provides is what we question here. Regular customers believe that Chipotle offers a good value for cost, while non-customers or infrequent customers do not believe this as strongly. Price was the only statistically significant result from our test. Heavy users are more likely to choose Chipotle based on price than lighter users. In order to appeal to customers, we attempted to identify primary factors in their consumption to better target our marketing. Unawareness in the consumers about Chipotle's promotions suggests that the subtle advertising strategy the brand has adopted is not too effective. Even though the customers who had the coupons handy with them, more than 80% customers did not visit Chipotle for their free burrito, which suggests that it's too soon for people to trust a brand whose food landed too many in hospitals. When Chipotle had to shut its door, competitors had full-page advertisement in newspaper mocking and teasing Chipotle on their closure. Less than 10% of the people had seen the ad, and only 2 people out of 88 who responded enjoyed the discount offered by Chipotle's competitors. Chipotle engaged with its customers very prominently on social media, where reaching the target market can be most effective. It can use the connection to spread their own values and beliefs about how they prepare food and the way they source their ingredients from farms. Chipotle should target working professionals and full-time students and look to educate consumers on what it has done to provide safe ingredients since its issue in 2015. Chipotle has had a tough ton of success with content marketing in the past and could utilize this method to share the story of Chipotle's return to glory. Additionally, our survey results show that price, taste, speed are dominant factors that influence consumers to eat at Chipotle. We recommend that these values be emphasized in their marketing research in their marketing strategy. Our survey results also suggest that consumers are more than willing to believe that Chipotle has successfully addressed the health issue. Our recommendation for Chipotle to confirm and reaffirm this belief through a strong advertising message. We are back and better than ever.